Some attribute its beginnings to the animalistic movements observed in nature, while others point to the disciplined monks of the Shaolin Temple. Then there are those who speculate that Kung Fu was born out of the necessity for survival, in a time when China was riddled with conflict and strife. The truth, however, remains elusive. Yet, it is this very enigma that adds to the allure of Kung Fu. To truly understand Kung Fu, one must delve deep into the annals of Chinese history. The seeds of Kung Fu were sown in the ancient civilization of China over 4,000 years ago. Delving into the annals of history, we find the earliest known references to martial arts in China. The genesis of these practices can be traced back to the Xia dynasty, a period renowned for its military prowess and strategic brilliance. During this era, martial arts were first conceived as a means of survival, a tool for defense against the constant threat of enemy invaders. However, the development of martial arts was not solely influenced by warfare. It was also shaped by the profound philosophies and wisdom of the time. The teachings of Confucius and Laozi, among others, played a significant role in molding the ethos of martial arts. The emphasis on balance, harmony, and inner strength found in their philosophies is mirrored in the principles of Kung Fu. The ancient Chinese also understood the intricate connection between the mind and body, a concept deeply rooted in their medical practices. Traditional Chinese medicine, with its focus on the flow of energy, or Qi, influenced the development of martial arts techniques. Practitioners learned to harness and manipulate this energy to enhance their strength and agility, ultimately leading to the creation of unique fighting styles. But martial arts in ancient China were more than just a fusion of warfare strategy, philosophy, and medicine. They became a way of life, a path to personal development and self-realization. They were not just about fighting, but also about cultivating character, discipline, and moral integrity. Over time, these early practices evolved, incorporating new techniques and philosophies from various sources. They adapted and grew, reflecting the changing times and needs of the society. Yet, despite these transformations, they never lost their core essence, their underlying principles of balance, harmony, and inner strength. These early practices laid the foundation for what would eventually evolve into Kung Fu. The arrival of Buddhism in China was a pivotal moment in the evolution of Kung Fu. Buddhism's journey from India to China around the 1st century CE brought about a transformative period for Chinese martial arts. The Buddhist monks, who sought tranquility and enlightenment through rigorous physical and mental discipline, found a natural ally in the practice of martial arts. One of the most renowned centers of this integration was the Shaolin Temple. Nestled in the mountains of Henan province, this temple became the cradle of a unique martial art form that blended the physicality of combat with the spirituality of Buddhism. The monks used martial arts not as a means of conflict, but as a pathway to spiritual awakening. They viewed the discipline, strength, and precision required in martial arts as a physical manifestation of their spiritual journey. This integration led to the creation of Shaolin Kung Fu, a martial art characterized by its fluid movements and meditative focus. The monks of Shaolin Temple practiced these techniques not only for self-defense but also as a form of moving meditation. Each punch, kick, and stance was a step towards self-realization and enlightenment. The core values of Buddhism, compassion, patience, discipline, and wisdom, became the pillars of Shaolin Kung Fu. This martial art was not about aggression, but about control. Control of one's self, control of one's actions, and control of one's mind. Buddhism's influence on Kung Fu was not limited to the physical aspects alone. The philosophies of Buddhism, particularly the concepts of karma, impermanence, and the middle path, found their way into the teachings of Kung Fu. These philosophies gave Kung Fu a deeper spiritual dimension, transforming it from a mere combat technique into a path of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Thus, Kung Fu found its spiritual backbone in the teachings of Buddhism. The influence of Buddhism reshaped Kung Fu, infusing it with a spiritual depth that continues to inspire practitioners around the world. It showed us that Kung Fu is not just a martial art, but a journey towards self-realization and enlightenment. As the centuries rolled on, Kung Fu continued to evolve, finding patronage under different Chinese dynasties. During the Ming dynasty, which spanned from the 14th to the 17th century, Kung Fu became more systematized, with an emphasis on internal energy, or Qi. The concept of Qi is integral to many Asian martial arts, and it refers to the life force or vital energy that flows through the body. During this time, the Shaolin Temple continued to be a significant center of martial arts training, and new forms of Kung Fu such as Wing Chun, Hung Gar, and Crane style were developed. The subsequent Qing dynasty, which lasted from the mid-17th to the early 20th century, saw further evolution and diversification of Kung Fu. This period was marked by the rise of various styles, each with its unique techniques and philosophies. The White Lotus Society, a secret society that practiced martial arts, played a significant role in the development of Kung Fu during this period. In the late Qing dynasty, the 10 Tigers of Canton, a group of 10 of the top southern Kung Fu masters, became famous. Their martial arts skills were legendary, and they contributed significantly to the development of southern styles of Kung Fu, such as Choi Li Fut and Hung Gar. Kung Fu during the Ming and Qing dynasties was not just about combat or self-defense. It was a way of life, a philosophy, a means of achieving harmony between the mind, body, and spirit. The monks of the Shaolin Temple, for instance, practiced Kung Fu as a form of meditation, a way to attain enlightenment. Moreover, Kung Fu during these dynasties was also influenced by the prevailing socio-political conditions. The art form was often used as a tool for resistance against oppressive rulers, and many Kung Fu masters were also revolutionaries who fought for justice and equality. The Ming and Qing dynasties were instrumental in shaping the multifaceted nature of Kung Fu. In the 20th century, Kung Fu leapt beyond the borders of China, capturing the imagination of the world. As the century unfolded, a wave of Chinese immigration spread across the globe, carrying with it this ancient martial art. From the bustling streets of San Francisco to the vibrant neighborhoods of Sydney, Kung Fu schools began to sprout, offering an opportunity for everyone, regardless of nationality, to tap into this rich heritage. But the spread of Kung Fu wasn't limited to physical dojos. The silver screen also played a pivotal role in its global dissemination. Hong Kong cinema and later Hollywood brought Kung Fu to life in a way that was both dramatic and accessible. Legendary actors like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan became household names, their lightning-fast kicks and fluid movements mesmerizing audiences worldwide. Kung Fu films became a genre unto themselves, their influence seeping into every corner of popular culture. Yet Kung Fu's journey into the modern world wasn't just a tale of immigration and cinema. The rise of international martial arts competitions also played a significant part. Tournaments such as the World Wushu Championships gave practitioners a platform to showcase their skills, further fueling global interest in Kung Fu. These competitions continue to be held today, attracting participants from all corners of the globe, each eager to test their abilities against the best. Despite its ancient roots, Kung Fu has found a place in today's world. It has evolved from a method of self-defense into a form of physical fitness, a competitive sport, and even a path to inner peace and self-discovery. It has been embraced by people of all ages and walks of life, its principles of discipline and respect resonating with a universal audience. Today, Kung Fu is more than just a martial art. It is a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of China's rich history, and a testament to the human spirit's resilience and adaptability. Kung Fu, a testament to China's rich history, now belongs to the world. From ancient China to the global stage, the journey of Kung Fu is truly remarkable. This martial art form, steeped in history and tradition, has evolved and adapted through the ages, each phase of its journey marked by significant cultural and spiritual influences. From its obscure beginnings, Kung Fu emerged, deeply rooted in the need for survival and self-defense. The influence of Buddhism then transformed it into a practice for mental and spiritual growth. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, Kung Fu flourished, becoming an integral part of Chinese society. In the modern world, Kung Fu has transcended geographical boundaries, capturing the imagination of millions worldwide. It's not just a martial art, but a philosophy, a way of life that encourages balance, self-discipline, and respect for others.